Hello my dear friends, in today's video I'll show you how I've made these wonderful PowerPoint slides and converted them into an online course for absolutely free. If you're a teacher and your PowerPoint presentation is ready, then you can easily turn it into an online course or a lecture, add quizzes and share it with your students. So in this case, let's say I'm a teacher, my subject is artificial intelligence, and here is a presentation that I've created. And as you can see, there's a nice sidebar on the left side of the slide that we can use to navigate the presentation. So let's just explore it for a little bit and let's see what this presentation has to offer. And first of all, we have this beautiful introduction slide, and after that we can learn about what artificial intelligence is, and after that we can learn about the history of AI. And what's awesome about this slide is that we can zoom into any of these years and get additional information about specific years in the history of AI. And I've achieved that by using slide zooms. Let's keep on going. And now next we have the types of artificial intelligence, and once again on this slide I have inserted a couple of invisible slide zooms, and now we can just click on any of those numbers and learn more about specific type of AI. That's super duper awesome. And now let's check out a few more of these beautiful slide zooms. Okay my friends, next we have a slide about machine learning, and after that we can find out what deep learning is, and after that we can learn about the applications of AI in today's world. And at the same time we can find out what kind of challenges AI is facing in today's world. After that we can take a look into the future, and finally we have a quiz to test your knowledge about artificial intelligence. Okay my friends, and before we jump into creating a quiz and publishing a course from your PowerPoint slides, let me share with you a couple of tips on how I have made these beautiful slides. And first of all, as you can see, we have this useful sidebar on the left side of the slide that we can use to navigate our presentation. So let me show you how I've made it. And the whole secret about this sidebar is that we have to create it in the slide master view. And once you create something in the slide master view, it gets automatically applied to the rest of the slides that are using the same slide layout. So that saves a lot of time. And by the way, it's always a good practice to place any of the repeatable shapes in your slide design into the slide master. This way you won't have to duplicate them along the slides, such as this microchip background. Okay my friends, and next let's see how the sidebar is constructed. So we have a bunch of text boxes, we have some icons on the left, we have some section numbers on the right. You can change these text boxes, and you can of course change this picture to your picture as well. And now let me share with you how I've made these sections clickable. So to do that, I have inserted a bunch of invisible rectangles, and currently we cannot see them. So for that reason, let's just jump into the selection pane. And over here, as you can see, we have a bunch of rounded rectangles. So let me just select them all. As you can see, they're getting selected here on the left side of the slide. And now let's jump into the format shape, where we can see the fill options for all of these rounded rectangles. And as you can see, the transparency is currently 100%. So let's just drop it down a bit so that we can see those beautiful rectangles. And now let's just select all of these guys and let's move them to the right side for a little bit so that we can see them better. And now all of them, I have inserted hyperlinks to all of these guys. And those hyperlinks will take us to specific slides in our presentation. That's super awesome. And now to insert a hyperlink, make sure that your shape is selected, go to insert and click on link. And over here you can choose any slide in your presentation that you would like to link to. So for example, introduction should take us to slide number 2, and that's why I have chosen slide number 2 in this list. And on the same way I have linked the rest of these rounded rectangles. So for example, what is AI should take us to slide number 3, that's why slide number 3 is selected. That's easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So as you can see, to create this clickable sidebar, all that we need are a couple of rounded rectangles with hyperlinks. And below them you can insert text boxes, you can insert some icons and some section numbers. So let's make sure that we bring these rounded rectangles back to their place. Let's make sure that they are on top of the rest of the elements in the sidebar, and let's make them fully transparent. And if we would need to make any changes to our sidebar, we can always jump back to the slide master view, make those changes, and those changes will be automatically applied to the rest of the slides. That's the power of the slide master. Okay my friends, so now you know how I've made this sidebar clickable, and at the same time, as you can see, we're getting that little animation each time when I'm clicking on different sections in this menu. So let me show you how I've made it. And I really wanted to make this sidebar animation in the slide master view as well, so that we could edit everything globally. But since I couldn't make that work, we'll have to create this sidebar animation in normal view. And as you can see, I have basically duplicated the whole sidebar, and I have created an active state for each section of this menu. And now we can just drag these little cards around and highlight different sections of this presentation. So as you can see on this slide, the introduction section is highlighted, and on the first slide, the home section is highlighted. And now let me quickly show you my workflow with these cards. So let's just copy them from the first slide, and let's say that on the second slide we don't have any active cards yet. Let's just zoom out a little bit and let's paste in those active cards. So on this slide, we'd like to highlight the introduction section. So we can just grab this introduction active card and let's just drag it to the right side. And to make sure that we align it perfectly, we can make sure that the home card is selected as well, and let's align both of these guys to the left side, just like that. And now for this home card, let's drag it outside of the slide window and let's just align it with the rest of these guys. And now this way, on the first slide, the home section is active, and on the second slide, the introduction section is active. And now for the sidebar animation to work, we have to make sure that the slide transition is set to morph. Morph transition will do all of the animation magic, and I'm using morph transition duration of half a second. Of course, you can use any duration that you wish. So let's check it out on the full screen once again. So first of all, as you can see, the home card is active, and once we click on introduction, the home card runs away and the introduction card comes in. And all of that thanks to morph transition. That's super duper awesome. And now in the same way, I just pasted these active cards into the rest of the slides and made sure that the correct sections are highlighted. Okay, my friends, you're doing wonderful, and next let me give you a couple of tips regarding slide zoom animations. So on this slide, I have inserted a couple of slide zooms that we can click on and learn about different periods of AI history. And by the way, I've made all of my slide zooms invisible, and to create invisible slide zooms, make sure that you're using a transparent image as a cover image for your slide zooms. And if you wish, you can learn more about invisible slide zooms in my recent top 5 slide zoom tips video. Okay, my friends, and now let's get back to slide zoom animations, and I have a slide over here to illustrate my point. And as you can see in the animation pane, we have a bunch of entrance animations applied to this slide, so let's just check it out. And as you can see, all of these bubbles with ears nicely float in. And now let's just click on any of these slide zooms on this slide. Let's click again to zoom back, and as you can see, all of the animations on this slide are being replayed once again. Let's try this slide zoom. Let's click again to zoom back, and once again, as you can see, all of the animations are being replayed. And in some cases, this is perfectly fine, but if you would like your slide zoom animations to play just a single time, let me show you how you can make that. So let's just duplicate this slide. You can hit Ctrl D to do that. Let's get back to the first slide. And now on this slide, let's make sure that we delete all of these slide zooms. We don't need slide zooms on this slide. Let's just make sure that we keep all of the animations, okay? And now one more important thing, let's go into the transitions, and let's make sure that this slide transitions automatically after 0 seconds. And now all it means is that all of these animations will play a single time, and after that we will automatically transition to the next slide, which looks absolutely identical and has all of these slide zooms. Let's just make sure that we delete all of the animations on the second slide. Let's just keep those slide zooms. So this way all of the animations stay on the first slide where they play just a single time, and after that we transition to the next slide where we have our slide zooms. So let's check it out on the full screen. So here we go, all of the animations play for the first time, and after that we transition automatically into the next slide where we can click on the slide zooms. So now we zoom into a slide, and let's see what happens when we zoom back. And skadoosh, as you can see, no animations are being replayed, and this is what we wanted. So all of the animations stay on the first slide where they play just a single time, and after that we transition into the next slide where we have slide zooms and no animations. That's awesome. And now, my friends, you know the reason why I have created these two identical slides over here. So the first slide has all of the animations and no slide zooms, and as well the first slide is set to transition automatically after 0 seconds. And now on the second slide we have all of these slide zooms and no animations, and this is the setup that I'm using to make sure that all of these slide zoom animations are playing just a single time. And over here I'm using the same approach. So on one slide we have all of the animations, and on the second slide we have all of these slide zooms. So this way those slide zoom animations are playing just a single time. Okay, my friends, and now let's just scroll down to the bottom of the presentation where I have this slide with this beautiful glowing button, Start Quiz. And this is just a rounded rectangle with some beautiful glowing shadow, and I have inserted a hyperlink to this button, and that hyperlink will take us to the next slide. And now on the next slide we'll insert a quiz that will be automatically started once we click on that glowing button in the previous slide. And to create a quiz and later on publish this presentation as a course, we'll be using this awesome free plugin called iSpring Free 11. With this plugin, we can create quizzes, insert YouTube videos, and even embed websites. So we'll definitely test out all of these features. So super huge thanks to iSpring for sponsoring today's video and allowing every one of us to convert our existing presentations into online courses for absolutely free. So check out the link in the video description and get the iSpring Free 11 as well. And now my friends, let's try inserting a YouTube video using the iSpring Free plugin. So on this slide, let's just delete this photo and instead of it, let's insert a YouTube video. And now let me just quickly copy a link to one of my YouTube videos and let's get back to PowerPoint. And now let's make sure that we're on the iSpring Free 11 tab. Let's click on the YouTube button and let's paste in the URL. We can click on preview and see if the video works. So let's just click on that YouTube logo and let's see if the video is playing. Yes, it does. That's super awesome. So I guess we can even add a delay to this video, but let's keep it at 0 seconds and let's click OK. And skadoosh, here's the YouTube video, so let's resize it and let's position it somewhere on the left side of the slide. And now on the iSpring Free 11 tab, we can click on this button preview to check out our presentation. And in case you would like to check out a couple of slides or a single slide, make sure to choose this option, preview selected slides. So in this case, we'll just check out the slide that has this YouTube video. And hooray, my friends, this is how our slide would look like if we would publish it as an online course. So this is the iSpring course player, and let's just make it full screen and let's check it out. And now let's just try playing that YouTube video, and it seems that everything is playing smoothly. We can jump into different parts of this video and it seems that everything is working as expected. That's nice, and here at the bottom we have a couple of useful iSpring course player buttons. So first of all, we can navigate our presentation, but in this case we're previewing just a single slide, and of course we can go back and forth between the slides. And here at the top we can click on any of these buttons and see how this course would look like on different devices, so that's super useful as well. Okay my friends, so let's close the iSpring course player for now and let's try inserting a web object. Let's see what happens. Let's find a new slide that we can work with, for example this one about deep learning. Let's delete the photo, and now let me quickly grab the link to my website. Of course you can use any address that you wish, and now let's just click on web object. Let's paste in the URL address, okay. We can click on preview or we can just click on OK right away. And here it is my friends, we have embedded a website and currently it looks like a picture, but don't worry, once we will publish the course we will see a live website. And for now let me just stretch it like this so that we have the whole left side of the slide devoted to a website. And for now let's just preview this selected slide. And here it is, as you can see we have successfully embedded a live website into our slide. The website is fully functional, we can scroll it, we can select the text, and the links are working as well. Man, this really opens up a whole new level of interactivity for our presentations and online courses. That's awesome. Okay my friends, so we have inserted a live website, we have inserted a YouTube video, and now let's create that quiz. So let's scroll down to the bottom of this presentation where I have a slide devoted to a quiz. So first of all we have this button that will take us to the next slide, and over here we'll insert a quiz. So we can turn off those slide guys. Let's make sure that we're on the iSpring Free 11 tab, and now let's click on quiz button to create a quiz. And over here we can choose between a graded quiz and a survey. So let's just click on graded quiz, and currently we have no questions. So let's just go to this button questions, and let's pick a type of question that we'd like to use. And first of all, we can insert a multiple choice question where only a single answer is correct. And next we can use multiple response question where a couple of answers have to be selected. And finally, we could insert an input field where a student would have to type in the answer. So for now, let's just choose a multiple choice question, and now let me just paste in the question that I have prepared in advance, okay? And let me paste in a couple of answers, okay? And let's make sure that after we create all of the answers, we select the correct one, okay? So in this case, the correct answer is the second one, so let's make sure we select it as the correct one. And by the way, you can customize the feedback messages to your students in case they answer correctly or incorrectly. And now let's jump into the quiz options, and over here we can name our quiz. So let's just name it The World of AI. And as well, you can set the slide size if you wish. Let's leave it the way it is. And now let's go to quiz scoring and let's set the passing percentage for this quiz to 50%. So if you answer half of the questions correctly, you pass this quiz. And you can decide how many points you'd like to give for a correct answer, and you can set this quiz to shuffle the correct answer each time. And you can even send a quiz report yourself or your students. That's awesome. Okay, my friends, and let's insert one more multiple choice question. Let me quickly paste in the question, the answers, and I'll catch you in a second. And this time it's a question about AI winter, and the second answer is correct, so let's mark it correct. And so far we have two multiple choice questions. So this time let's try inserting a new type of question, and let's insert a multiple response question where your students will have to select multiple correct answers. So the question is, select all of the false statements about AI. And now the first answer and the second answer are both false statements about AI. So your students will have to mark both of them to answer this question correctly. And now let's try inserting one more question type. Let's insert a short answer. So let's go to questions and let's pick a short answer. And now let's just ask something easy. For example, how do you shorten natural language processing? And if your students type in the answer NLP in capital letters, then the answer is going to be correct. Okay, my friends, so we have inserted 4 questions already, 2 multiple choice, 1 multiple response, and 1 short answer. And by the way, with iSpring Suite, you'll get even more types of questions, such as matching, dragging and dropping, and hotspot. That's awesome. And if you wish, you can as well insert an intro slide, a user slide, or an instruction slide to your quiz. So let's try inserting an intro slide, and over here we can customize the welcome message, and down here we can add a description. That's beautiful. And now let's go to this first multiple choice question and let's try inserting a photo. So you can add a photo to any question or answer that you have in your quiz. So let's just try inserting a couple of photos and let's see how it looks like. Okay, so I have attached a photo to this first question and to this first answer just to test it out. And now let's preview the quiz, and here we go. Here is the welcome slide, and let's start the quiz. And here is the first question: what is artificial intelligence? So we can see all of the possible options. We can see the question photo on the right. We can zoom into it, that's nice, and as you can see, one of the answers have a little photo attached to it as well. You could attach a photo to each of the answers if you would like to. And now, my friends, we just have to pick the correct answer. And just for fun, let's pick a wrong answer and let's see what happens. Let's click submit, and here we get an incorrect message. Don't worry, my friends, I'm sure we'll do much better with the rest of the questions. And for this question, let's pick answer number 3 and let's click submit. And skadoosh, the answer is correct, so let me quickly finish answering the rest of the questions and I'll catch you in a second. And in this case, we have a multiple response question, which means we have to select all of the correct answers to pass this question, and here we go. And finally, let's type in a short answer to this question, which is NLP, and let's click submit. And since this was the last question in our quiz, we can click on this button, view results, and as you can see, we have successfully passed the quiz. We got 75% of the answers correct, and as you remember, you can set the passing percentage in the quiz options. And now for this first answer, let me actually remove the photo. I think I like the minimal look, but we can leave this photo for the question itself. And now let's make sure that we click on this button, save and return to course. This way the quiz will be inserted into our presentation. And here it is, our quiz has been successfully inserted into this slide, and as you remember on the previous slide, we have this little button that will take us to the next slide, which is our quiz slide. And of course, this is absolutely an optional step to take, but I think with that button, we integrate this quiz a little bit more naturally into the whole flow of our presentation. And now, my friends, the final step is publishing this presentation as an online course. But before that, let me just delete these slides at the bottom that I've used to illustrate these slides of animations. So now that we have all of these slides that we want to publish, we can go into the iSpring Free 11 tab, and let's just click on this button, Publish. And now the first option that you have is publishing a course directly to your computer. So just name your course and decide where you would like to save your course. And next, you can decide if you would like to publish all of the slides or only selected slides. And as well, you can adjust the size of your course. And I'm going with this option, Fit Course to Browser Window. And now a second option that you have for publishing this presentation as a course is publishing this presentation for an LMS, a learning management system. So if your school, university, or your company is using an LMS such as Moodle, in that case you would have to export this presentation to a SCORM format that you can do easily with the iSpring free plugin. And now one more option that you have for publishing your presentation as an online course is using iSpring's LMS called iSpring Learn. You can as well publish to YouTube, iSpring Page, or iSpring Market. More info in the video description. Okay, my friends, so we're set and ready, and now let's just click on that button, Publish. And now let's just give a bit of time to the iSpring Free 11 plugin to collect all of the information and export this presentation to an online course. Okie dokie, so the course has been successfully published, and now let's just click on this button, View Course. And here it is, our presentation published as an online course. So let's check it out, let's see if everything is working as expected. And first of all, let's check out the sidebar. It looks like that all of the buttons are working and we're getting that beautiful sidebar animation as well. That's super duper awesome. And all of the animations on the slides are working as well, so that's beautiful. And next let's check out those slide zooms. So let's click on this one, we zoom in, that's beautiful. We click again and we zoom back, so the slide zooms are working as well. And now let's check out a few more of those slide zooms. And next let's jump to that slide where we have inserted a YouTube video. Let's see if it's still working. And skadoosh, it looks like the video is playing as expected. That's super duper awesome. And the embedded website is fully functional and working smoothly. That's nice. Okay my friends, and now let's test out the quiz. Let's just click on this button to start the quiz. And here we get the welcome slide. Let's just keep on going. And now we get the first question, which is a multiple choice question. Let's make sure that we select the correct answer and let's go to the next question. And over here we have a multiple choice question once again, and let's just pick a wrong answer just for fun. And next we have a multiple response question where we have to select a couple of answers to pass this question. Looking good. And finally we have to type in a short answer, which in this case is NLP. Congratulations my friends, we have passed the quiz once again. I guess we have really mastered the topic of artificial intelligence. And now we can click on this button and navigate our presentation, and if we wish we can jump back to the first slide and check out all of the materials once again. Congratulations my friends, this way we have successfully published this PowerPoint presentation as an online course. And if you would like to convert your existing PowerPoint presentations into online courses for absolutely free, then definitely check out the link in the video description. It's all possible with iSpring Free 11. Super thanks to iSpring once again, and super thanks to every one of you for watching. Stay happy, stay healthy, and I'll see you on the next one.